Hello, welcome. This is all about 90 minutes where we look at the Nigeria Morocco match on penalties. Yeah, it was really sad, man. Nigeria knocked out on penalties, 4 goals to two. Um, Team list in goal for Nigeria: Wabale, right back, Sai Samuel, centre backs, Jayem Bassi, left back Bruno, midfield it will be Yedika and Oyema. You had the front three. You had what's it called on the right? You had Akko Adams on the left. You had Demola Lukman. Lukman played at the 10. Akko Adams and what do you call it? Akko Adams or Semi played up top, and Demola Lukman played at the 10. And that was the front three. And Nigeria really didn't really play well today. I must be honest. They just couldn't find those passing lines. They were pressed really high by the Moroccans. They had a lot of energy. Obviously they're playing at home, and the fans were just really pushing them. And then I just couldn't play our football that we normally play. We didn't get into those pockets that we normally do. We didn't really pass the ball in midfield at all. Everywhere the ball was going, we were just being marked. There was no passing lines, and I think Nigeria. I think the players need to, manager maybe needs to have work on that. To be honest, because there was nobody trying to break the line and trying to drop into spaces and pick the ball up and take people on. I think that's what we missed in that midfield. Somebody that can just ride tackles and beat defenders. So the Moroccans were really aggressive. They were very pressing, and they were pressing really high, pressing really hard. Sometimes doubling up on our players. And one thing I noticed that that we didn't really. The referee was really bad. To be honest, today the referee was shocking. Absolute disgrace, man. He was giving cards left, right, and center to the Nigerian players for the same thing that the Moroccans were doing. They were kicking the ball away. There was a couple of fouls that he never even gave anything. There was a foul on Bassi for his yellow card. The guy was pulling Bassi, and he gave the yellow card to Calvin Bassi. The referee was shocking, man. I think that's what I was afraid of in this game, that the referee was just gonna be really poor. I think they said it's from Ghana. We didn't play well, but you can't play well every time. To be honest, you can't play well every single time. Uh, um, and yeah, it was no, it was just really. Uh, and yeah, it was just not. And yeah, it was just not good to watch at all. Struggled. First half we struggled. Second half was a little bit better because we tried to play. We had a couple of chances. I don't know how they shot in the first half. That was it really. But the Moroccan midfield, they just looked like they had a lot of legs in there. They were just pressing our players. No time on the ball at all. And I think the manager, I don't know what the manager did. I think he took off a midfielder and he took off Oyedika for someone else. I don't know what he did. Maybe he could have brought, what's his name on? Chukwueze. Chukwueze could actually beat people. But the key thing today was all our players, all our dribblers in the team, they just couldn't beat anybody. They just couldn't do it. Dele Bashiru came on as well. He was not effective at all. He couldn't beat his man. If you can't beat your man one on one, you're not gonna create any space. And although the Moroccans were doubling up, and we ended goalless after 45, 90 minutes, and plus extra time, injury time, extra time as well. Penalties, I don't even want to talk on penalties because penalties just anybody's luck really, and the players sometimes they go up for penalties, and they're gonna miss eventually. They are not comfortable in terms of taking penalties, and that's what happened really, and it was really really was not a good way to lose a game of football. I had a feeling that. As soon as going to penalties, I think I just had a feeling that we're not gonna win. Chukweze's penalty was really poor. He was eating chewing gum as well. You can tell that his body language was like not right. Like he just wanted to take it and just leave. But penalties are penalties anyway. But the manager is doing a great job. To be honest, the football we played in this tournament was absolutely incredible, and we just need to work on it a little bit more, especially against top teams. Today, all we needed to do today was our players just need to get out of shape a little bit and drop into spaces. There are spaces on that pitch, but you got to find that pace, the spaces on the pitch, because the Moroccans they were marking our players one v one, and they were blocking all the passing lanes, and our players just couldn't find those pockets. Occasionally, when they do, they were pressing us really badly, and I just felt like that's one of the things Nigeria could have done better. We could have got somebody on the ball. Our players were not comfortable on the ball. They were just people couldn't dribble anybody apart from when Moses Simon came on. He took on a couple of Moroccans, but the referee was just poor, man. Because every time our players touch these Moroccans, they fall over on the ground, and our players you're not sure of what to do because if you go physical 1v1 over somebody, the referee will give you a yellow card. Our fullbacks they didn't get forward at all. Bruno got forward a little bit in the second half. Uh, Samuel to say was really really bad today. It was bad. It was really poor. I couldn't get forward defensively. It was run ragged by the Moroccans. He didn't do bad, but he just looked tired. He didn't get forward at all, and we just couldn't get the ball forward at all. Simeon was like feeding us scraps. He had a couple of chances though that he could have done a lot better. There was when the ball came to him, he held up the ball. All he needed to do was just to roll the defender, but he lost control. He will be normally playing those passes. He had a couple of success, but today just couldn't find those passing lanes. So I think it's something that the manager needs to work on. This team there, hopefully, they will still most of them will still be together for the next AFCON, which is in 2 years, I think, before they go to the 4-year cycles. But it was penalties, man. I hate penalties because anybody can actually win. To be honest, penalties is not something that you can really bank on. And yeah, it was poor. It was poor. And it is one of those whereby you just take care of the chin really and move on because you can't really blame anybody for penalties because people say, oh, it's all about techniques and all that kind of stuff, but for me, penalties are a lottery, man. I never wanted this game to go to penalties because I was just praying that we get like a chance and get an opportunity to score. But yeah, so yeah, we go to the third place match against Egypt. I think we should be able to beat Egypt if we played it because Egypt are going to sit back. Then I don't think they have the energy to come and press us the way Morocco did. So we'll see what happens. In terms of the match ratings and goal, Bali did it really really well. Had some good saves. I'll give him a 7 and 8. Everyone else, I think maybe I'll give him Bassi. I'll give Bassi a 9. Bassi was absolutely superb, man. The way he reached the ball, his power, defending 1v1, very very good. Bassi a 9. Ajayi, I'll give him a 7. He did a good job as well. Sai Samuel, I'll give him a 4. 4-5. He didn't go forward. I didn't even try to beat anybody. I was afraid of losing the ball, I guess. Uh, Left back Bruno. Bruno is the same, but Bruno, I think I'll give Bruno about a 6 because he did better. Bruno did better. I give Bruno 7. Oyedika, I give him a 4. He was poor, slow on the ball. This was an opportunity for you to prove yourself. Didi was not playing, so you had a chance to actually prove yourself. You just fell flat, man. It was 4. He couldn't use the ball properly. He was slow. Um, who else? Um, um, I think Iwobi tried. I'll give him a 7 because he was trying to make play. He was trying to get on the ball. Um, Oyema, I'll give him a 6 or 7 as well, maybe 7. Um, Domola Lukman was poor. He was poor on the ball. He was, I had a couple of combination play. I had a shot, but I'll give him a 7, 6. Give him a 6. Marco Adams, he was poor. He couldn't control. He couldn't do anything really. We had a couple of runs in extra time in the second half. I'll give him a 5. He was poor. Um, Osimhen, I'll give Osimhen a I'll give Osimhen a 6, 7. I'll give him a 7 because he was trying, but he was feeding on scraps. Really, there was no ball. He didn't get good balls into him. At the time, they were always making runs, but they were not playing the ball over the top. Um, so yeah, it was a tough watch. But I guess when you can't play well every game, people are saying we play bad, but sometimes you can't play well all through to the finals. It's impossible. You're gonna have games like this whereby you at least you need the referee to do his job properly because the referee was just giving. It was not really, it was not fair at all. It was just giving Nigerian players the yellow card, and that go into your head. You don't want to go physical on somebody. But some of the Nigerian players, they should read the game as well. Like you can't be putting your hands on people when you are going to mark them. You can't put your hand, because we are just physically stronger than them anyway. So it's um, it's um, it's tough. But their pressing was really good though. Moroccans, they pressed really well. So yeah, and yeah, we what do you call it? We move on. We move on. And the coach, I'll give him a 7 and 8 because I think he tried 7, but he needs to just work on a couple of more things in terms of the way we play when we play all these big teams. We need to find a way to what do you call it to play against these tough sides. Morocco is the top team in Africa, so yeah, it was tough. It was tough, but yeah, we move on. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share. Let me know what you think in the comment about the game. What did Nigeria do wrong? What could we have done better in this game? I thought they do everything. They played to their ability. They played to their best. It's very tough in this kind of games to actually play well every single game. So it was tough. It was tough to watch. But yeah, it was a very tough game. It was a very tough game. I knew when we were coming into this game that it was going to be tough, but it was really tough, and I think the boys were like surprised about the way the Moroccans were just running around, pressing from every angle basically. And I think the manager, I think he knows what the standard is now, and yeah, it's just a shame. But they gave everything, to be honest. This team, I'm proud of this Nigerian team, the way they played through this competition. And, it's one of those things, man. Penalties for me, I don't feel really that bad because penalty is a game of, there's a technique behind it, but it's very tough. Mentally, it's very tough. And for those players out there with those crowd there, it is really it's 100%, 110% more even. It's even more harder. and I think CAF should do something as well. You can't have a competition and have 90% of the tickets sold to the home crowd. They need to have a section of maybe, I don't know, 20,000. No, not 20,000. Maybe 10,000 or something for away fans, especially in this kind of a game whereby the home nation is playing in the semi-final. So, and it's going to be the same thing in the final against Senegal as well. So, there has to be a little bit of, give every team opportunity, to get to have a fair chance of, getting to the final. But yeah, really proud. We move on. I think we beat Egypt. If we play the same way we've been playing, I don't think Egypt will come out and press Nigeria the way the Moroccans pressed today. They know that they knew today that if they press Nigeria, they're going to give us a lot of problems. And the referee never actually, he was not strong enough to book them. Anytime they committed foul, they were kicking the ball away. He was not booking them. Decisions sometimes were just rubbish. So yeah, but it was it was um, it was tough because coming into the game, I thought for me I was confident. I was thinking, yeah, we can beat them, but we just didn't. Today, our players were. I bet they were all surprised today by the energy of the Moroccans and the way they couldn't actually get somebody on the ball to. Because what we need today was just somebody to drive and somebody to actually, take people on and take people out of the game, But with just all our dribblers, they didn't play well today. Akko Adams, Simon, Moses, when he came on, what's his name? Jamola Lukman as well. And, and Seaman, he didn't have any chance, man. He had one chance whereby he got on the ball in the box. His touch was off. But he didn't really, at the chest, there was a ball in the box where he chested it. It was chest the ball down. And the referee gave a foul, one ball or something. That referee was bad. So, but yeah, we can't complain. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the game. What you think Nigeria should do going forward. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we move on, man. We move on Monday to Saturday. And hopefully we can get, get something from this competition. But it's a shame. It's a shame, that we 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 got knocked out by penalties. But that referee, he should never be near another football match with CAF. It was bad. It was really bad. So yeah. So that's it really. Yeah, I'm gonna go and chill out now. Just go and chill. Yeah, so Saturday I'm gonna be back on Saturday watching the third place match, and then normally I watch big games in the Premier League, Tottenham games as well, because I'm a Tottenham fan. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're a Nigerian, you should be proud, man. The boys played well in this competition, and yeah, it was gonna take something like this to get rid of Nigeria, because it was gonna take a top team like Morocco. They played well, to be honest. I'm not gonna say they played well. They played pretty football around the box. How many chances did they really create? To be honest, maybe proper chance. I can't. Maybe one, two, probably three. We didn't really create much as well. I think we had one shot on target. So um, from that point of view, I think we could have done more. But the referee for me sets the tone of that match. As soon as the players realize, oh, this referee, every time I'm going for a tackle, I'm gonna get a yellow card, and they are not getting the same for the same tackle. They are not getting, when you go on 50-50 with players and you're fighting for the ball, they always go down and hold their neck or something. So it was always gonna be. Even their coach kicked the ball away. The ball went out for throwing. Our player wanted to pick it up, and their coach kicked it away. He didn't even get booked for that. It's crazy, man. But we see these kind of things. We see it in Africa anyway, whereby decisions are they're a bit flaky. So, but no problem, man. We move. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Nigeria, we move on, man. We move on to the third place match. So Um, Definitely will get something. These boys, they deserve to get something from this competition, from the football they played. So, but yeah, I just want to say, when people come out and say, oh yeah, they didn't play well today, you can't play well every single game. It's impossible, especially when you get to this kind of stages in the competition. You can't play well throughout. You're gonna get games like this, and when you do get games like this, the referee needs to be like strict in terms of being fair. The referee today was a joke. So it's one of those. Yeah. So all the players that played, Brahim Diaz, that was the man of the match most of the games. He was marked out today by Bruno. Bruno played really well. He had a couple of dodgy moments, but he played really well against Diaz. So yeah, it was a tough game. It was a tough game for everybody on that pitch. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. And yeah, stay safe and God bless.